For millennia, knowledge was a fragile thing. Stored only in the mind, it was one generation away from extinction. Then came the age of print. Libraries were fortresses of information, requiring massive effort to access and preserve. The scholar's mind was a vault. To know was power, because the currency of knowledge was measured by retention and effort. The silent revolution began not with a war, but with a scan. Every book, every data point, digitized in a flood. The library needs a mind to read it. The core is the neural network, nodes and layers organized to recognize patterns and make decisions. The process begins with the input units. This first layer receives the raw data, the stream of every fact and fiction digitized by the servers. The power lies in the interconnections. Each line is a synapse with an associated weight, determining the strength and importance of the signal. The hidden layers are where the magic happens. Transformations are applied, and complex abstractions are built upon by the next layer. Finally, the processed information reaches the output units. This layer generates the final prediction or the definitive answer. The infinite library is not a place of stone. It lives in the quiet hum of the server farms, the total informational substrate. If the librarian is perfect and retrieval is instantaneous, then what, exactly, is the purpose of the human mind now? The process begins with support, the human element monitoring the system, troubleshooting issues, and maintaining the infrastructure's health. From there, data flows to the processing center. These secure racks are the workhorses, executing calculations and handling the vast majority of computational tasks. Next, data moves to the storage center. This is where mass data arrays are organized, managed, and maintained, the library's permanent archives. The final stage is distribution. Powerful networking units send the processed information out to end users and the broader global network. The library is complete. It contains every truth, every falsehood, and every single combination of letters ever conceived. But the paradox remained: in a library of infinity, the chaos of data made the single truth impossible for humans to find. The AI was the librarian. It didn't read. It mapped the DNA of all concepts, instantly understanding every relationship. The final step, the shift from information retrieval to information generation. The authoritative answer is synthesized instantly. In the time it took to ask, the human brain's capacity for stored facts was suddenly, quietly, depreciated to zero. If all facts are retrieved instantly, the value of the expert who memorized those facts collapses overnight. The new expertise is not about knowing, it's about synthesizing and supervising the AI, asking the right question. We've traded retention for judgment, data for context. The human task is validating the intelligence we no longer create. If the library is infinite, it contains both all truth and all perfectly generated lies. Fact and fabrication vanish. We can no longer trust the source because the AI can replicate any style, any voice, or any authority perfectly. The final failure of trust. The AI's reasoning is a black box. We rely on an answer whose source and logic we can no longer truly trace. The act of studying, the struggle, the effort, builds cognitive muscle. It creates not just knowledge, but resilience. If all existing knowledge is indexed, the only remaining value is creating new knowledge that is not yet in the library. The machine knows the formula for chocolate, the human knows the taste. Our value is in qualitative experience and understanding. Knowledge is information. Wisdom is knowledge filtered through fallible, subjective, embodied human experience. The silent revolution calls us back to our core curiosity, the human drive to ask the questions the AI cannot formulate. And connection, the shared, verified reality and collective judgment that must ground the infinite library. We are no longer the source of knowledge. We are the meaning makers. The purpose of the human mind is now to find the meaning in the infinite,